2, 3, let's do it!
That's beautiful. Shaq would have been proud of that dog.
Hello and welcome to Scott Center. I'm Scott Tua.
And hi, I'm Rusty Trombone. Talent Scout.
What kind of talent?
I think you know.
From the queen to whatever you are.
Look, kid, I may not be glamorous or charming,
But
yeah, I rep those.
gross.
Thank you.
Well, week 2 has come to a close, and so far it's had some of the lowest receiving touchdowns we've seen at the start of a season.
Yeah, but you can touch down on me as much as you want.
Much like how I feel sharing a desk with you, this week was full of upsets.
Yeah. A lot of teams came from behind this week.
The Saints are looking surprisingly strong, with a whopping 44 points against the Cowboys.
Yeah. The Vikings also managed to pound the 69ers.
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response.
Look, kid, if you can't take a little innuendo, you're never gonna make it in this industry.
What industry?
I think you know.
Also, despite Lamar Jackson with a textbook touchdown spanning the length of the field, the Raiders edged out a win over the Ravens.
Edging.
Dude, how did you even get on this show?
I'm good friends with your wife.
Well, you know who's not friends with my wife? Her team. 'Cause she lost. She's a big fat loser.
This week really did level the playing field a bit.
Okay, I think I'm safe from any more innuendos.
Oh, you didn't say mercy.
You didn't say mercy.
Hey, if I wanted my comeback, I'd wipe it off your mother's chin.
And with that, let's go over this week's matchups. Mr. Chicago was no match for Coach O'Shea, who could actually trust the projections this week.
Sexual Tyrannosaurus continues his meteoric rise with a win over R.I.P. Steve McNair.
All these nuts in your mouth found a leak in Pipe Daddy's faucet and rose to victory.
Ooh, Bushwood Country Club sucked all of Scrody McBooger balls dry, which I'm now being told is a negative thing? Yeah, Scott lost.
What can only be described as a metaphorical wet t-shirt contest, the Brady Cardia's nipples out-nippled the Little Sluts tight ends.
Rob Lowe's NFL hat fought hard against the Big Dirty for a win. Dirty.
Well, that's it for this week.
Or is it? Maybe I'll pull a move like the Falcons and come up from behind.
Jesus Christ. Oh, this just in. Man on the street, Rob Labanco is joining us. Rob?
Thank you, Scott Center. This is Man on the Street, Rob Labanco, coming at you for a new fantasy football update for 2024. And sadly, our update includes the bad news that there has been a death in our fantasy football league. And that death belongs to R.I.P. Steve McNair. Not the football player, he died many years ago, but we're talking about the actual fantasy football team of R.I.P. Steve McNair, who lost last night to Sexual Tyrannosaurus and has now plummeted to 0-2 for the first 2 weeks of the season. Now, when I spoke to Sexual Tyrannosaurus, he admittedly said he did not give his best performance this week. He left about 64 points on the bench from Kyler Murray and DK Metcalf, and he also had lackluster showings from Mike Evans and Tyreek Hill. However, he did say when you play a team that picks a kicker in the 5th round, you know pretty much that they're gonna lose. When I spoke to the Michaela Funeral Home, they said there will be a viewing of R.I.P. Steve McNair's corpse between 1 and 3, and then later on today there will be a celebration of life for R.I.P. Steve McNair at the Carbon Arc, now known as Sojourn Food and Dining and Bar Establishment. We hope that you remember R.I.P. Steve McNair fondly and remember all the joy that their team has brought people because, let's face it, we beat him a lot. Thank you, Scott Center. Back to you. This was Man on the Street reporter Rob LaBonco. Bye.
Well, we'll see you next time. And remember, no one wants to work with an asshole. Unless you were my urologist today. Good night, America.
Own your mother right there, shucking. Me own your mother, own your father, own your sister, own your brother. He owns them all.